Yeah.
Welcome to the Clean Biz Network podcast, the only place where cleaning business owners and aspiring cleaning business owners come for education, motivation, and the resources that you need to take your life to the next level. Now for your host, Mr. AJ Simmons.
What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here for another episode on the Clean Biz Network podcast. So today we want to talk about what you should be investing in or what you shouldn't be investing in for that matter. And I'm going to get right to it. And quite frankly, I think that as long as you have a business and you really serious about being an entrepreneur and building a business, and you want that to be your full-time thing, and you really want to quit your job, or you already have quit your job and you have a small business, the only thing that you should be investing in is that business, okay? That one main business, not a side business, not stocks, not crypto, anything, okay? And I don't care how hot that the thing is or none of that. And let me explain why. It's very simple. The reason why the only thing you should invest into is your business is because when it comes to passive investing like stocks and crypto and even real estate, when it comes to those type of things, you only get out what you put into it. And as a matter of fact, really, that's just the way the world works. You only get out of something what you put into it. And so the problem with investing into passive things like stocks is if you don't have a lot of money to invest, then you're not going to get a lot of money back out of the investment, okay? So let's just say if you, you got $100 to invest and you buy a stock for $1. Okay, well, let's just say the stock jumps up and shoots up and it goes 10x, right? And so now it's worth $10 per share. Well, out of that $100, how much did you make? You only made $1,000. Is that $1,000 really going to change your life? No. You know what I mean? Let's do bigger numbers. Okay, let's say you got $1,000 and it go up 10x, and let's just say and now you got 10 grand. Is that 10 grand really going to change your life? Probably not. No, because will that stock continue to do that? No. You got lucky, right? Or something happened where it changed and it had a big trajectory up, and it's probably not going to do that again. As a matter of fact, it might dip, so you probably should sell while you up, right? So instead, I think that you should take that same $1,000 and put into a small business and grow that business. Because one thing about a business, when you start a business, it might not take a bunch of money up front to get it started, but it can make you so much money if you build it up, okay? You can take $1,000, start a cleaning company and grow it into a six-figure per year company. Hell, you can grow it into a six-figure per month company if you really build it and don't do all of this little side business here and other stream there and you know what I mean? All these different things and try to do stocks and try to be a jack of all trades and a master of none, right? So me and my wife, we drive to Virginia often because that's our hometown. And so, but right now we live in Florida, right? So we just had to go to Virginia to handle some business there. We got properties there, right? And so we were on our way back to Florida just yesterday and we were listening to podcasts. We was actually listening to the Earn Your Leisure podcast. Shout out to them. Good podcast. If you don't know about it, go check that out. And a lady named Candy Burris was up there. Most of y'all probably familiar with her. And she was talking about, you know how she has multiple streams of income. She never believed in putting her eggs all in one basket. Then we heard another one right after it. It was a rapper named Rashida and her husband, Kurt, right? They said the same thing. And so my wife was saying how, she was like, how come it seems like everybody up here is saying don't put all your eggs in one basket. But when I listen to you, AJ, you sound like you basically saying put all your eggs into one basket. And I told her, and the guy Ash Cass who hosts that particular segment of that podcast, he did break it down and he was saying how you can have multiple streams, but you don't want to basically have different things going on. Like for example, you can have a cleaning company and you start off cleaning buildings, but then it's like, okay, well now we're about to clean houses, right? So you add another stream that way. And then you say, okay, now I'm about to add on pressure washing. So you got another stream that way. And then you can just add on things that way that's within that same line of business, right? Versus if you say, okay, well, I got a cleaning company. Oh, now I'm about to go start a laundromat. Oh, and the laundromat doing okay. Now I'm about to go open up a hair salon, right? Those are three completely separate businesses that have nothing to do with each other, right? So you don't necessarily want to do that because it's hard enough just to run one business as it is, and it's hard enough to grow as it is, right? You got all, and then you're gonna have to take care of all these different books, right? You got to do all this bookkeeping, and if you like me, you pay for bookkeeping services. So now that's extra money that you're gonna have to pay this bookkeeping company to manage another business for you, right? That's additional taxes and all of these different things, right? And it's like, so you really look at these people who call themselves, quote, serial entrepreneurs, which most of them really aren't. They're just doing a lot of hustles, and they probably should just calm down and focus so they can get somewhere. That's really not what you want to be. And they probably don't have their books in order. They probably don't have actual LLCs in place that didn't expire, and they didn't, and that, you know what I mean, that they renewing every single year, that they actually have business accounts and good standing on, that they actually building business credit and everything on, right? And so that's where you really want to be. And when my wife brought up the fact that those entrepreneurs were saying on that podcast about don't put all your eggs in one basket, and I told her, I said, well, think about this. All of them are in Georgia, right? Well, who's the richest person in Georgia as far as the black people go, right? That's my guy Tyler Perry, and he does say put all your eggs in one basket. And if you think about what Tyler Perry did, he started off with his one play. He did the Medea play. He finally got it successful. He kept trying. He wasn't successful at first. He won't sell no tickets. Then once he got it and he made it successful, then he turned around and started traveling doing it, building it up, right? So he started expanding. Next thing you know, he put out a different place, and now he got multiple plays and he traveling with them. Next thing you know, he's selling DVDs out of that same play, right? So we're still in that same line of business, but we got another stream now. Then you turn around, you make it into a movie. That's 3 streams now, right? And then you just keep going and going and going. Next thing you know, he got a studio now, right? He got the big Tyler Perry Studios, right? And he's competing with the big dogs, all because he stayed within his lane, within his niche, and just diversified the streams within that niche.
Hey entrepreneur, I know you are enjoying today's podcast episode, but I actually wanted to share something with you. And more importantly, I wanted to ask you a question. What if it was a way that you could get everything you need to grow a successful cleaning company in one particular space? You didn't have to look anywhere else, but you can get all the information, all the resources you need to help you 10x, 20x, 50x your business this year. Well, I'm here to tell you about starter kits at cleanbiznetwork.com. The starter kits are an amazing resource that the Clean Biz Network and AJ Simmons put together to help entrepreneurs like yourself. Starter kit number 1 is the starter kit course. Now, this is a full self-paced online course. It has everything you need to know about the cleaning industry. It also provides you with templates and forms that you can download directly from your cell phone or from your computer to utilize when you're out in the field. Also, you get free access to calculatorclean.com, which is our bidding calculator. All right. Also, you'll have access to the app as well. Now, with the starter kit course, the first tier, the $4.99 tier, you'll also get access to the CBN private network group. This is the network group with hundreds of successful cleaning business owners that now you can get information and build connections with. Also, along with this, you'll get discounts on the CBN appointment setting service, okay? Not only that, but you're going to get website training. You're going to learn firsthand how to build your very own website without having to spend hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars getting a web developer, okay? Now, let's talk about the next level. This is the starter kit with no leads. And what this does is this gives you access to everything I just talked about, right? But there is more, okay? So not only that, but you're now going to get shipped equipment and supplies, everything you'll need, all the equipment that you'll need to start cleaning today. It will be mailed to you. So you're going to get all of the other stuff with the starter kit course. You're going to get all of that stuff plus the actual equipment and supplies needed to service your accounts, okay? And this is the starter kit without the leads. Now, the last tier that we have available for you that's really going to set you apart and take your business to new levels, all you have to do is apply yourself, is our last tier. And this is the full starter kit with 10 leads. Now, this is blowing up your business, okay? What this is going to do, this is going to give you everything. It's going to give you the starter kit course, all of that stuff that I spoke about. This is going to also give you the starter kit, all right? This is going to give you the equipment as well, but it's also going to give you 10 bid walkthrough appointments, okay? These are going to be appointments that the CBN, the Clean Biz Network sales team is going to set for you finding qualified businesses in your area. They're going to set you up with 10 appointments. So you're going to be ready to go. Not only are you going to have the training, you're going to have the resources needed. You're going to have access to the calculated clean bidding app. You're going to have the resources, and you're going to have the network inside of the private CBN community in case you need advice or a little encouragement before you go out there and do those bid appointments. You're going to get the 10 bid appointments. The appointments are going to come to you. You don't have to run out there begging for work. The appointments are going to come to you. All you got to do is show up and be ready. And then, of course, you're going to get all the equipment and supplies shipped to you so that once you land one of those accounts, or maybe even all of those accounts, you don't have to go out and buy equipment. The equipment is already paid for. For more information and to buy your starter kit today, visit starterkits at cleanbiznetwork.com.